Yo, what is good, everybody? It is Unbeatable Jacob, and I am here today to answer a question that I have been asked about 10,000 times in my Twitch chat over the last 2 days. And that is this point guard better than that point guard? Is this point guard better than that point guard? For all of the point guards that came out today, I've heard it a million times. Is Jalen Rose better than Lonzo? Is Lonzo better than Harden? Is D Rose better than Lonzo? Is Jalen Rose worse than Harden? Just all day, everybody's been asking. So I'm here. I'm here to answer the question on which ones I think the best are. And the answer to that question is it's all up to you. I can tell you who I think the best four are, but these 4 point guards are all so good. And they all do different things and fit different play styles. We have never had a my team before where they've dropped in 4 of one position on one day, where like every single person in that drop is one of the best. So if we're looking at the overall scheme of point guards in the game right now, realistically, I think it's safe enough to say the top 4 or top 5, I guess, would be the 4 that came out yesterday, and probably dark matter Gary Payton. So I would say if you're looking for a point guard, you should most certainly save up for one of the point guards that dropped yesterday. Ja Morant, LaMelo Ball, those type of guys, even Steph. I would probably put Penny, Larry Hughes, players like that, probably in that A tier, where the S tier would be these 4 new point guards we got yesterday and dark matter Gary Payton. And now the thing about it is whatever order you want to put that 5 in is all up to you. And for some of these cards, they might just not be for you at all, because they're all kind of unique. So Lonzo is probably one of the least unique because it's just Lonzo Ball, right? He's got shifty, he's 6'6", his jump shot's decent enough. He can definitely shoot the ball, but it looks kind of a little bit ugly. It's that old form from back in the day that Lonzo used to have before he kind of cleaned up his jump shot. But he's just gonna hold defense, right? He's the type of guy you put at point guard and then run your offense probably through your shooting guard, maybe a Cassie Russell or Klay Thompson at the 2, and then you use Lonzo Ball to guard ball and be a lockdown defender because he's got 93 perimeter, just good defensive animations overall. I think he's got half interceptor and clamps, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so that's what he's gonna do. Jalen Rose, on the other hand, is a card I actually picked up. If you guys want the answer to the 2, I think it's these 2 right here, but that's just for me. Jalen Rose I actually picked up. What's special or different about this card? He's 6'8" and has quick dribble style. That's literally it. Nothing more, nothing less. Those are the only 2 things that I think he does outstanding, and those 2 things are incredibly important for the point guard position. Being 6'8" with quick dribble style at point guard is a huge deal. But overall, he's gonna move a little bit worse than any other point guard that came out yesterday as far as actual speed goes. He's a little bit slower. His defensive stats are a little bit lower, and he's kind of in the same boat as Lonzo, where you're probably going to want to run your offense through your 2 guard, and that's exactly what I do when I use this Jalen Rose. I use Cassie Russell as my 2 guard off the bench with Jalen Rose, and I just run my offense through Cassie. But if I need Jalen, he can go get me a bucket. He does have quick dribble style after all, so he is able to get past somebody sometimes. But overall, I mean, he's 6'8" with quick dribble style at the point guard position. Nothing more, nothing less. And then Harden is just Harden. Harden's just the most unique card in the game. We've all used the Hardens from earlier in this year. I mean, I think everybody, probably 80% of the player base, has probably used either this Harden or this Harden, wherever he's at. This Harden. I think everybody's used one of these 2 Harden cards before. He's just got very unique sigs. I mean, it's hard. There's really nothing else you can say. He's a unique card. That's it. He's very easy to score the ball with. His jump shot's easy to time. I mean, I really don't have words for him. I haven't even used this version of him, but I've played plenty of people who have him, and I've also watched a lot of streamers who have him and use him, and there's just nothing else you can really say about him, right? He's just got unique sigs. He's able to score the ball. His player model is big enough that he's decent on defense, and it's James Harden. It's just up to you if you think that if you like those sigs or not. And then Derrick Rose, on the other hand, the last option, for me is the best, but I don't think everyone's gonna feel that way for a lot of different reasons. The reason why I think he's the best is because his SIGs are the best in the game by a good bit. It's not even really close. It's mostly just due to this size up right here. Okay, I cannot dribble right now. His size up like this, just the old left right from the park, really. You know, it's tough to guard. I finally got the animation. It's tough to guard, and that's what I like him for. I mean, his jump shot's relatively quick. He sometimes gets like a load up, but other than that, it's really easy to time and fast enough. So it's just up to you whether you want to use a card like this or not. I know a lot of people might see like a Derrick Rose and just think it's best to just go to the hoop and dunk on somebody, and you can do that too, but overall, if you use this card, you kind of want to try and either come off screens fast with him, take the three, hit the slip, or I mean, running to the hoop and getting to the dead zone, going fake, 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 and then passing to the corner is a pretty good tactic in 2K22, unfortunately. So you can always do that, but overall, I think Rose is the best for me, but you can make the argument for anybody. You can make the argument for Jalen Rose being the best. Why? Because he's 6'8". You can make an argument for Lonzo being the best. Why? Because he plays the best defense. You can make an argument for Harden being the best. Why? Because it's James Harden. You can make an argument for D-Rose being the best because he moves better than the rest of them overall with just his size up and dribble style. You can make the argument for pretty much any card out of those four for being the best point guard in the game, in my opinion. And then I'd say the fifth that you'd throw in that category is Dark Matter Gary Payton, and you got the best 5 point guards in the game. So for the people who have asked me, I really can't tell you which one to pick up unless I've like seen you play, right? I would tell my friends that I know just want to have some fun and dribble around with a card like Derrick Rose to get Derrick Rose. I would probably tell my friends that are about to play some comp 2K, probably go get Lonzo, just because that's the safest pick. I would tell people who loved Harden earlier in the year with that Amethyst card to go pick up Harden, because you'll probably just feel like you're using an upgraded version of them. And honestly, I feel like Jalen Rose is just easy to tell anybody to get because he's 6'8", and you really can't go wrong with a 6'8" player at point guard, especially if they're one of the most high-rated badged cards in the game, like Jalen Rose is right now. So that's my consensus on it. I don't really know what else to say, right? I'm having fun with Derrick Rose and Jalen Rose for right now. I'll probably look at trying Lonzo at some point because I might prefer him to maybe Jalen Rose, but you know, for right now, I'm just trying to enjoy the fact that we finally have a card in my team that can move a little bit like I like to move on like Park or whatever, you know, Rec, Pro-Am, any of that kind of stuff. Kind of got those type of SIGs that guards in those game modes generally use. So I'm just enjoying that for now. And my opinion is subject to change. I appreciate it, guys, and I'll be back real soon.